Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're diving into a part of business operations that is completely invisible when it's working flawlessly, but absolutely catastrophic when it breaks down. We are talking about strategic procurement. Specifically, we're looking at how mastering your cleaning chemical supply chain right here in Gauteng isn't just about ordering soap. It's a foundational operational strategy for your business. So let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. Picture it, a packed commercial kitchen, Friday night dinner rush. The orders are flying, the grills are blazing, and suddenly you run out of degreaser mid-shift. Sounds like a minor hiccup, right? Wrong. That is a massive operational and hygiene risk. Grease spills up fast, surfaces get dangerous, bacterial control completely plummets, and ultimately, your food prep grinds to a dead halt. This exact nightmare scenario is exactly what a masterfully managed supply chain prevents.
Here's our quick roadmap for today's explainer. We're going to cover the reliable supplier checklist, industry-specific cleaning needs, the bulk buying advantage, Gauteng regional delivery logistics, and finally, consolidating your cleaning supply.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the reliable supplier checklist.
You know, picking a supplier is really an exercise in risk management. The absolute golden rule of procurement is consistency. A truly dependable supplier actively prevents those operational nightmares by holding consistent stock and getting it to you without those agonizingly long lead times. Whether you're running a massive corporate office, a high-volume restaurant, a school, or an industrial site, you literally cannot afford to run out of the essentials. The safety and the very functionality of your facility depend entirely on it.
So the crucial point is knowing exactly what to ask before you ever sign with the vendor. Think of this as your non-negotiable checklist. You need a broad product range that handles every scenario. You absolutely need safety data sheets for every single product. You want committed, reliable delivery windows across Gauteng. Every product has to have crystal clear dilution ratios and usage instructions. And on the financial side, you absolutely need bulk pricing options for your repeat orders.
Let's actually pause on one of those bullet points for a second, because it's a huge deal. The safety data sheet. This is the required documentation you have to request before any chemicals even cross the threshold of your building. It outlines safe handling, secure storage, and exact emergency protocols. Reputable suppliers, like Ntobi Cleaning Supplies, make sure these are thoroughly documented for you. This is absolutely critical, especially in sensitive environments like schools, where you've got student safety on the line. Moving right along to Section 2, Industry-Specific Cleaning Needs. And this brilliantly illustrates how different sectors build their chemical arsenals. Different businesses completely customize their purchasing. Restaurants and garages obviously lean hard into heavy-duty degreasers. Meanwhile, schools and corporates focus way more on disinfectant surface cleaners for desks and clinics. But what's really interesting is where the buying patterns cross over. A school will often order heavy-duty toilet cleaner alongside massive drums of bulk dishwashing liquid for their tuck shop. It's all about tailoring the arsenal to the exact operational need. Now, speaking of those arsenals, we got to clear up a major mix-up in facility management. Pine gel versus general surface disinfectants. Pine gel is an incredible, highly concentrated multi-surface cleaner. It's fantastic for floors and drains. But it is very distinctly different from a surface disinfectant, which is specifically formulated to actively reduce bacteria on high-touch areas like office desks. Plus, the dilution ratios for pine gel completely change depending on the surface, which is exactly why clear instructions from your supplier are so crucial. Now, what's really interesting about this is how it applies to industrial problems. Standard laundry detergent is simply not going to cut it for mechanics in greasy overalls. You need a targeted automotive degreaser, something like Drive Clean. Oil and heavy grease that gets deeply embedded in workwear requires a dedicated pre-treatment to break down the grime before washing. You can't just toss them in a washing machine and hope for the best. The right chemical literally makes all the difference. Let's shift gears to Section 3, the bulk buying advantage. So, moving from the chemistry of cleaning to pure economics, volume and consistency are your best friends. For businesses chewing through large amounts of cleaning chemicals, buying small retail containers is essentially just throwing money away. When you purchase in larger formats, like 5-liter containers, you significantly reduce your cost per liter. High-volume consumers, like commercial kitchens going through endless amounts of dishwashing liquid, benefit massively from these bulk economics. But honestly, bulk buying isn't just about saving cash. It is about operational security. It prevents those terrifying stock gaps mid-shift. Remember our Friday night kitchen disaster? It ensures your hygiene standards never dip. It's perfect for high-volume items like degreasers and sanitizers. And the smartest businesses out there, they automate this entirely. They set up standing or scheduled reorders like a weekly delivery for that busy restaurant, so they literally never have to worry about running low.
Which brings us to Section 4, Gauteng Regional Delivery Logistics.
Because let's face it, your chemicals are absolutely useless if they're stuck on a delivery truck on the other side of the country. Gauteng is South Africa's most densely populated province, and navigating this environment requires a supplier with serious regional logistics expertise. If you're servicing facilities everywhere from Johannesburg to Ekurhuleni up to Tshwane, you absolutely need a centrally based supplier. If they're operating from too far away, you're going to face massive, unpredictable delays. And in this game, delays mean downtime.
To put that into perspective, take a look at this number from Ntobi Cleaning Supplies, 75 Rand. That is their flat shipping rate across all of Gauteng. And amazingly, they pair that with 0 minimum order requirements. When your supplier removes friction like wildly fluctuating delivery costs or crazy minimum volume thresholds, maintaining your supply chain becomes completely seamless and incredibly budget-friendly.
Let's move to our final piece of the puzzle, Section 5, consolidating your cleaning supply.
And see how this all builds together? This is the ultimate strategy for B2B procurement. The most inefficient thing you can do is source your degreasers from vendor A, your window cleaners from vendor B, and your disinfectants from vendor C. You've got to stop doing that. Consolidate everything into a single comprehensive catalog. The sheer convenience of using one account for both your heavy-duty industrial needs and your general office supplies saves countless administrative hours and streamlines your accounts payable like you wouldn't believe.
So how do we actually pull this off? It's a super simple, actionable 3-step playbook. Step 1, jump online and review a full vendor catalog, like the one from Ntobi Cleaning Supplies, to make sure they carry the whole shebang, from pine gel to automotive degreaser. Step 2, confirm they provide those crucial safety data sheets and nail down their bulk pricing structures. Step 3, once you're happy, lock in those scheduled standing orders. Automate the whole process and take that stress completely off your plate. So I'm going to leave you with this one final question to think about. Take a hard look at how you operate today. Is your current procurement strategy actively protecting your business from operational downtime? Or are you literally just one missed delivery away from a Friday night crisis? It might be time to review your supply chain strategy right now. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and here's to smoother, smarter, and much safer operations.